So, hello everyone, welcome to the new day and new vlog. You must have seen that in the past few days I was working on my psychology short report 5, and yesterday I have submitted that. So, I thought that today we'll discuss about its pattern and what were the questions that were asked, what were the tasks that we had to do, how I summarized the journal that I found, and I also had to change that this time. And so I thought that I'll go into the details of the questions, the overview part, and what were the guidelines that we had to follow. Also, this is one of the last short report tasks that we had to submit, because we have been told that in the OLAT for cognitive psychology we have to do 5 short reports, and this is the 5th short report. Now today, what happened was, today was our psychology class, but due to some bus strike the psychology class got cancelled. So but anyways, the deadline didn't got changed. So although we submitted yesterday night, and we thought we matched the format, and yesterday only I had to change my journal. I will come to that point, but first, if we start with the topic for psychology short report 5. Now, if I start, the main theme of this topic is emotion recognition, and I have question written with me so that I can try to tell you the exact or the similar question. So the question which was given was, what are the different techniques of emotion recognition in artificial intelligence, and which one do you feel is most relevant for you in your daily life in terms of human intelligence? So this was asked, we had to write about it. So this was one of the first questions, and the second part was that we have to pick a journal, we have to summarize it. If you are seeing or you can see in the playlist that in other short reports we have to find a related journal, we have to summarize it, and we have to write certain points. But I will also try to explain those points, how we have to manage that. So for the first question that I told you, we have to write about this question, we have to answer it in 100 words for the first paragraph. Now the entire short report should be in one page, A4 page, and the font size that was asked was 12. We have to keep it in Times New Roman, justified, and there was a particular reference format which was given to us. It is in OLAT. So if you take cognitive psychology, you can also go to the OLAT and you can check the guidelines of the report. And in the second paragraph, we have to find one journal which is related to this topic, right? That is emotion recognition. So I found one journal which was related to that, and I summarized it, I wrote it. But yesterday, like, I was reviewing it with Muntasir, and I was just showing him that this was the article, and we were discussing some points. But then I got to know that from Willy's, where I found that particular journal, it was written that it is a regular article. So to be on the safe side, I found another journal where it was written research article, so that because we have not got the evaluation of our short report 4, so just to be on the safer side, I thought, because sometimes the points can get deducted if suppose the research paper that one is summarizing is not published yet, or is an maybe an early view. But to be on the safe side, if it is well published, if it is a research article, then I think that's quite good. For that, it was written regular article, so I thought that I might change my article. So I changed the topic, I searched for another research article, and also we have to see the date filter, because for the last 3-4 years articles we can see, and we have to include, so that it is also ensured that we are working, or we are summarizing one of the latest research works. So after, suppose I search for the particular journal or research article, we had to summarize that. Now in the second paragraph, suppose we have to, in 1 or 2 lines, we have to tell about the summary, that how this articles may be related to emotion recognition, right? Because our topic is emotion recognition, so it's always, I think, good that it is related to emotion recognition. And we had also one question, that since it was written, it was in the bracket, it was written human intelligence, right? So we thought that the research can be, or the study can be related to the computer, or to some research work which has computer statistics also in hand, and also some part of artificial intelligence. So for that, we also had to consider our research work. So when we searched for the topic, some of the articles we found where they collected the data for emotion recognition, maybe using the saccades and different type of statistics that they calculated, and they used it in certain way to depict or they used data visualization and they depicted certain graphs to deduce something. So we thought that we can take a reference in the similar field which is related to maybe computer, right? There is some statistic involved, and there can be some artificial intelligence work involved, although in the second part it was not directly written, it was just written that you have to summarize a peer reviewed journal article. But we searched regarding that, and the articles that we found was somehow related to some calculations, statistic parts, and so we searched according to that. Although for artificial intelligence, when we searched for some of the articles, there was not directly written that emotion recognition in artificial intelligence. But when you go through the research works, one has to maybe look where it has some reference, it has some calculations, or they maybe use that data. They used emotion recognition, they calculated some data, and then they implemented it to human intelligence. So this is what I wanted to tell you. So we have to summarize that article in 1 or 2 lines. Then maybe we have to tell that, okay, what were the procedures that they used, how many participants they considered, what were the methods that they used. So one by one we have to tell these details, and then maybe how it is related to obviously emotion recognition in parallel, and what result or what they concluded. After that, we have to tell also in the same paragraph, I think in one of the last paragraphs, that what is an unanswered question, maybe what is their future research work, or what you thought is left unanswered with this following journal article. So we also have to write about that. So there are these different details that we have to mention in that one paragraph, and summarizing our journal or article that we researched. And the first question, as I told you, that should be in 100 words. So the entire article or entire short report should be or should fit in 1 page, including the reference. So like I mentioned my name, I mentioned my enrollment number, the topic name in the middle, emotion recognition. First paragraph, 100 words, try to answer that question. Second paragraph, the summarization of the journal or the research article, summarizing it, procedures, details, conclusion, right? Or how many participants they use, what experimental study that they used, because I think this is also one of the important parts, because if there is an experimental study, it's quite, I think, manageable to answer about the conclusion and like what result they got to know, and how many studies the research was conducted, and what was their result in terms of mathematical terms. Sometimes it is possible, but it is not that mandatory. But yeah, some kind of experimental study, if it is there, then it is good. And then an unanswered question. So this should fit in 1 page, including the reference. Now for the reference, as I told you, one of the points that I got to know in the evaluation was that when we are writing the reference, everything, suppose the journal name from where this article, suppose there is a title, it should be in normal font, but the journal name should be in italic, but the page number, volume number, or issue number should also be in the straight format. I mean, it shouldn't be italic. So because one of the time what I did was, along with the journal name, I put the issue number or volume number or the page number in italic, but then I got this review. So I think this is also another point that you can keep in mind. But also I would recommend that once you take this course, you can check the guidelines, because there are short report guidelines which the professor mentioned, and also she provide one document which you can refer and check these things there. So this happened this time that yesterday when we were checking, instead of regular article, I thought that I should go for the research article, and then I used that, and then I tried to summarize our psychology short report 5. And I think it was quite interesting topic. And because every time when we get a short report task, we get different kind of topics that we had to look research paper for, we have to summarize them, and maybe different first question, like here or in some other papers when I discussed about the sleep related task, then there was a different question related to that. So it is one of the last, or I would say the last short report task, which is our short report 5. So I hope you get some idea from this video that how I did it, how was my experience, and what kind of questions that we had to answer, how we have to manage. And it is possible that we might have to change the research article as well, or we can look that if it is a research article, and based on the reviews that we get also, because for the first 3 short reports we received the reviews as well. So some points are mentioned in that, so we have to keep that in mind when we are submitting our next review. Now, also one of the updates is that today our class got cancelled, as I told you, and if you have seen one of the previous vlogs, I've started with the presentation, but now the presentation deadline has also been extended. So now I think it is showing till now same as our exam date. So now I think it is also extended because we have not received review even of our draft term paper or our short report 4 and short report 5, although we have submitted short report 5 yesterday and today is the deadline, but still, so the deadlines are extended. So we'll discuss about presentation when we'll submit that, when we'll get to know more things about it. Also, professor has said that she will share some guidelines or rules where she will tell us that how we have to upload that in OLET as well. So when I receive or when we receive it, we'll try to talk about it. But I hope you get some information from these vlogs where we try to discuss. Muntasir also helped to share his insights as well when we discuss psychology short report 4 and the different topics that we try to discuss. And you can watch these psychology related videos also in RPTU Kaiserslautern playlist. I might add them in a different psychology playlist, but if you go to the RPTU Kaiserslautern playlist, which is in English, so you can see the videos about the different subjects as well, about the subjects that we gave exams for in our previous semesters, and also once we give the exam in this semester, then we'll try to discuss about that as well. So that's it for this video. I hope this was quite informative, and rest like, comment, share, subscribe. It doesn't take much time. Bye bye. Ciao ciao. Namaste. Chalo. See you in new day, new vlog.